about the voice of the text. Like when we were reading Martian Chronicles, everyone had this loud booming voice of their opinion. Like you can also easily tell what they're getting at, like how easily we could connect it to the Native Americans. But with Quietly, and that taught us a lesson like big and loud, but in some other books, you have to dig a little deeper, inferring stuff to find that lesson in it. You can also, that's what I also meant by the Anne Frank video, where it says lessons taught in secretive ways. You gotta put yourself in it to learn those lessons. And with the times and lessons, kind of like when we were doing our history, where different things happen in our period of time that lead to another thing, that lead to another thing, that lead to another thing, and it could be just a domino effect. Maybe if someone just thought a little deeper, maybe read or just thought of other people's opinions, we wouldn't have disaster after disaster after disaster. One thing could have led to something good instead of something bad. Now, I'm not saying that there's more bad things than there is good things. It's just there's a lot we could have prevented. And so when I brought the idea, literacy can cure ignorance, a lot of people disagreed. But what I really mean is literacy is just another human being. You're literally just reading somebody's words. It's you that can help your ignorance. Maybe someone can persuade you or put a different thought into your head that can make you think, oh, that's right. I should probably do that more instead of doing what I know I should have done. It's depending on you to help with the bad things, your choices and actions. Like, literacy is just a little push. But you can also have fun with literacy. It's not just lessons and learning how to be better. It's not like, oh, daily life of therapy. Like when I was saying, when it had bookshelves and I was saying like many different worlds and different adventures, it's like somebody put their own creativity in their own little characters, and you get to read into that world and discover their creativity. Like a book I'm reading about the Percy Jackson series, where this Rick Riordan didn't have to write it, didn't have to tell everyone what he thought about what his interpretation, how he made stories of Greek mythology and all that, but he did. And he made you connected with the characters, and he made you wanted to go into the world and see his creativity and ideas. And like with Martian Chronicles, like he could have just straight up tell us that this relates to Native Americans, but no, he tied it in a way to go with his science fiction. So sometimes literacy can be boring if you think it that way than the movies because somebody created a vision for you. But it can truly be fun if you actually just read a little. And my project right here, I kind of like did like a spat of nature with different things. And the cool thing is Sonia provided me a how to draw birds book, which is pretty cool because you can learn about how to draw birds. And that teaches something new. And I have my little poster right here. It kind of just brings out like harmony and stuff. Like books can teach you in a harsh way. Like my original plan for this was to hit you hard of all the bloodshed and violence that could go on with ignorance. But people see that a lot. Everyone wants to hit you first. So I kind of just went to a different approach of seeing the good things that could happen. Seeing the wonderful moments in your life you can have if you just open your mind a bit. So like right here it's supposed to be a newspaper. I thought this was going to bleed in, but it didn't. That's the sunset. here, lady's reading a book, and it could possibly be about the ocean or something, bringing her to that sort of news. These are children passing books. Can't remember his name.
Muhammad Ali.
What?
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali. He was a famous boxer.
The greatest.
The greatest. And they're reading a newspaper about the Vietnam War and how issue really stopped. This is the protest of Vietnam War. Like, have you seen a picture of the guy putting the flour into the gun? This one's just blowing a dandelion to the soldiers, letting his voice be heard. Right here, where why can't they get along in religion? It's a book. It's literally a book of why can't they get along with religion. Like, we don't have to, because we have different ideas, we don't have to smash each other with it and say, no, God is real, no, Buddhism is real. We could just open our minds and say, that's cool. I like why it is, but I think this way. That's all right. Just go peaceful with it. Right here, I wrote a quote, I can't remember who it's by, but I said, an eye for an eye would make the world blind. Why go over French when you could just move on? There, see. And I just had a child reading, a woman reading, and I have more protests with the against violence and make love not war.
Questions, comments? The floor recognizes Ms. Simone.
You are so wise for one so young. That was amazing. Person right after my own heart. That was, you basically summed up the purpose of humanity. Thank you.
And
Okay, it's about recording. I'm sorry, I had to.
I know.
Okay, do you know why he started writing those books?
I actually don't.
His son had ADHD and dyslexia, and that's how he did to follow suit. Is like telling stories about Percy Jackson.
That's awesome.
I know.
Made a connection with his family and shared it with the world.
And along with what everybody else is doing, we've taken different media and brought them together, which, not their singular message, one branches off into another, and you articulated it well. Yeah. Good job. All right, let's go to Scott. Right?
Oh,
That's someplace
that one
safe.
isn't working to see that attached this correctly, so there's another one right here. Do you see it? Oh, okay. So unfortunately.
Now you know. So what is this thing?
It is a pearl.
And what was the purpose of it?
I was going with the John Steinbeck book, The Pearl, where he thought it was some great thing, but then near the end it ruined his life.
And you have put something in it.
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember?
No.
Let's read it out loud, please.
Oh no, it doesn't have a nice word on it.
Oh, it's an image?
No. So there's a song, I'm Mr. Brightside by the Killers. And then it says, even when the world is, I'll say crap, people suck. Be the Mr. Brightside of the dark world.
And that's your pearl of wisdom. Yeah,
Okay.
nice. My head. So, one more time. Put your hands together for the storytelling stylings of Autumn Sky Williams.
As usual, I was reading microscopic words on a computer screen lit directly by the sun. My cornea should have been fully melted by the time I was 20. I looked up from my computer outside of my door, across the hallway in my dad's room, the big red numbers on my dad's clock saying it was 11. Now I'm 8, okay? You're not supposed to see those numbers on a clock. So I silently get out of my bed and plug in my computer near the window. When then, a little shimmer passed over my hand. It caught my eyes to guess what it was and where it was coming from. I looked around the room, not finding anything to satisfy my questions and curiosity, until I looked at the edge of my curtain. At the edge of my curtain, a little shine stuck its head out, as if it knew I was looking for it. So I quietly, but tactically, walked over and pushed aside the curtain to reveal what was behind. There, I saw a magnificent view I haven't really noticed before. The dark but sturdy trees that surround my Winter of Wonderland small field. The moon that shine on the snow, creating shadows that play along the tree line. The stars that twinkle among the skies like a Christmas tree full of ornaments. I knew I had to go outside and get a better view of this frozen paradise. So I put on my blue sweater and I tiptoed out of my room, down the hallway to the stairs and to the white door. My boots were wet from the other day, but I didn't care. This was too beautiful to chicken out on. So I slipped on my boots and I deliberately opened a creaky white door. The wind slapped my face as if it was a prank as I quietly stepped out and softly closed the white door. I actually didn't think I would do this. I thought one step out of the door my mom would be the retired grumpy look of go to bed. But she wasn't, 'cause I was not caught. A grin stretched across my face as I walked towards the end of my porch, down the stairs into the driveway. I could taste the fear and doubt at the back of my tongue, the fear tickling my ear as I walked towards the driveway in the middle of my small field. But as soon as I looked at the moon that shined on me, creating my own little shadow play along the ground, the fear and doubt disappeared. The grin that was on my face now turned into something you can't really make if wanted. The smile of wonder, true happiness, and emotional connection. And to be honest, I don't know what it was, but I could stare at the moon and stars for hours on end and end. In that moment, I realized I never was, nor would I ever be, alone.
I'm glad that you took that last one because you wrote it wrong on my little sheet too.